Hey everybody, Mark Builds It here. Today I want to tell you about The Tilt. So The Tilt is a educational site that was started by Joe Pulizzi. Now if you don't know Joe Pulizzi, he has a long history in content creation. He is the guy who created the term content marketing. And if you don't know what content marketing is, if you're a creator who puts content out in the world to help people with hopes of someday, using that to generate some income, you are a content marketer. You are using content to advertise your services. Joe also founded the Content Marketing Institute. That is like a juggernaut of education and research and events in and around content marketing. He was able to sell that business back in 2016, and he stayed on there in 2017. In 2015, he wrote a book called Content Inc., and that's how I came to know about Joe. I didn't read the book until the last year or two, but I kept hearing about it. So at some point last year, I finally got around to reading that book, and went out to find out more about Joe and discovered The Tilt. So Joe founded The Tilt in 2020 at the beginning of the pandemic. After he sold CMI, he retired to write thriller novels, and then kind of the world came to a standstill, and he saw an opportunity for content entrepreneurs like you and I. We needed help. We needed something better, a better way to build our content businesses. He's always been a big proponent of staying away from rented land when it comes to platforms. So minimizing your platform risk by building your own owned assets, like newsletter lists, email lists, that sort of thing. So in 2020, at the start of the pandemic, Joe started The Tilt. And The Tilt refers back to a chapter in Content Inc., where he defines the tilt as that extra little thing in your content that sets you apart from the crowd, from the everybody else who's doing the same old thing. So if you want to learn more about that, you can jump onto the Tilt site, and I'll definitely post some links here. The Tilt started out as a newsletter, and he was just sending out some great content to his subscribers, and it has grown to start doing some research and to start offering educational courses. So it's turning out to be a little bit like Content Marketing Institute, but Joe focuses more on content entrepreneurs, or what he likes to refer to as the content middle class. So people like you and I who are very small businesses. We're either working alone or with a very small team and trying to earn a living with our content. So I subscribed to the newsletter, and as part of my subscription, I got an offer for something called Tiltcoin. Tiltcoin is Joe's social token. It's run through Rally, so this is kind of how I became more familiar with how Rally.io works. It was not my first Rally coin. My first Rally coin was sent to me by Ann Handley, who wrote Everybody Writes. And her coin, she sent me 5 of them for a photo contest that I just posted something on Instagram to her. And at some point they were worth $10 a piece, but that was it. They were just kind of sitting in an account that I had made on Rally, and there was really nothing else you could do with them. So I thought, well, okay, maybe I'll get these 5 free coins, and they'll be worth, or $5 worth of coins, and they'll be worth $50 one day. So I took the coins, and I was really pleased to find that Joe had actually created a community, and the only requirement to get into the community was that you own these coins. Well, I already had $5 worth of coins, so I jumped in, and this was the first real creators group that I had even tried to get involved with. So of course everybody there was a smaller business. We were all kind of working alone or with a small team. We were all creating content on a regular basis. We had all read Joe's books, or were at least familiar with the ideals that he kind of held with when it comes to creating a business around content. And because you had to have a creator coin to get onto this Discord server. Crypto was always kind of in the background. It was always one of these things that kept coming up and over and over and over again. And so through the Tilt Discord server, I learned about another Discord server that was even more interested in Web3 and crypto. And then things started kind of branching out from there. So, I think if it wasn't for the Tilt, I wouldn't have nearly the interest in Web3 and crypto topics and technologies that I have now. So one of the really interesting things that Joe did was he and Brian Clark, who runs Future Freedom, got together and created the Creator Economy Expo. And this is an event. This will be this May, and I'm sure I will end up doing a video on this. But it's all about people like you and me, smaller creators who are wanting to invest in growing their communities, growing their audiences, and then try to make a living doing that. And he offered a small portion of the ticket as NFTs, and he called them never-ending tickets. And by purchasing this NFT, you are purchasing access to this conference for its lifetime. So for as long as this conference goes on and you hold this NFT, you can get one spot at the conference. And sort of as a perk, each of the tickets would also come with VIP access, and then a random assortment of tickets would come with other perks. So there was somebody who gets to announce the keynote speaker from the main stage every year. There's backstage passes for every speaker. So some years there, if you had somebody that you really wanted to meet, if you had that one NFT that had backstage passes, you'd get to meet them. He is really, I think, in the mainstream, really pushing the envelope of what NFTs can do and what value they can bring to both the creator, the person who's creating the NFT, and the person who is owning it. So that was my second NFT. I bought one of those NFTs, and I intend to go to the Creator Economy Expo this first year. But one of the awesome things is if I have a year where I can't go, I can sell that ticket. I can keep the NFT, but I can sell the registration slot that I own to someone else. So in a sense, I'm renting out my spot to somebody who wants to go to that meeting more than me, or somebody who has the availability if I don't. Let's say I get to a point where I move on from creating content, or I'm just too busy to go to this event anymore. I can resell this NFT, and whoever buys it, then they get a spot going forward in the future. This concept was part of the reason that the NFT, the idea of using an NFT to build a community, to give greater rewards to the community, the other people in the community, really started to solidify inside my brain. And I started thinking, okay, this is something that could be really cool for everybody involved. So Joe is also the co-host of This Old Marketing podcast, and he's the host of the Content Inc. podcast. So I will put links to both of those things. So I don't do affiliate links. However, I will give you an affiliate link to subscribe to the newsletter. And if you will keep track of your subscription confirmation and you go ahead and join Rally, when I receive those rewards, I will forward them to you. I am promoting the Tilt because I believe in the content and I really like what Joe and his team are doing. So I'm not doing this to earn Tilt coin. Keep that in mind. If you decide to use that link, document all of the emails that you get, and then go ahead and sign up for a Rally account, and I'll send you my little bonus, my affiliate bonus. I have all access to all the things I need in that community, so I'm happy to give you that reward for being a listener. I'm Mark Builds It on Twitter. Reach out to me there. I'll talk to you later.